Hi, this is Simolytics. Welcome to another lesson. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts or questions in the comments. Let's get started. Okay, in this video, we're going to use this file right here. The file has the same name of the current lesson, 10050. So in this folder, we will find the file that we're going to use for this class. It's a table that we used before in previous classes. And then I'll just open up this file and you will see that's data on products that eventually you will be selling in your company. And first of all, before working with structured tables and importing those Excel structured tables into Power Query, I want to show a quick example of how regular tables in Excel are different from the so-called structured Excel tables. Look, we have a simple table here. It's just a regular table. It's a long table. I don't need this long table. It has over 2,500 rows. I don't need all that. I'll just simplify it so you can see the examples more clearly. So let's just leave 20 rows, and then I'm going to exclude all the remaining rows, and let me exclude a few columns here that I won't need. Just make it shorter and you can see a better picture of what we're doing. So imagine I want to create a new column in this table, and in this new column, let me call it new column. And to create a new column, in this new column, imagine I want to multiply the values in this column, unit price column. Let's say I want to just multiply it for make every value in the unit price column times 5 for whatever reasons, just a silly example. And in case I want to pass this calculation to every row in my table, I have to drag it down, or either I would just hover the mouse over the corner of the cell. So over this little dot that's gonna appear here. Let me show you. Okay. Then my mouse cursor is gonna become little cross, and I can just double click and then pass all my formulas, all my calculations downwards to all the cells in my table. Okay, it's a way to work. It's not a lot of work to do, but there's a smarter way to work with tables, turning those simple tables into structured tables. These structured tables will offer us a lot of new features and a lot of choices when we are working with, especially with large data sets. I'm not going to dive deep into these structured tables. I'm just going to give you a quick example of how it could be useful and save you time and make your life easier, your work easier. So first of all, I have to turn this table into a structured table. But before that, let's do one extra step. Okay, I'm just going to create a new tab, a new sheet, and then I will create 3 other tables. That will be just parts of this table. So let me just copy part of this table and paste in here, then copy another part and then paste it, say here, and I will copy another part and paste it here. It's just a way to simulate new tables. Of course, I'm just using parts of the same table. So let's turn this table into a structured table. It's very easy. You just click anywhere inside your table, and then you go to home, and then format as a table. And then you can even select the color theme you prefer. So let me make it, say, green. Again, it's going to ask me if I have headers in my table. Yeah, I do have headers in my table. And again, this range that is showing here is just a range from the first cell in your table till the last cell in your table. So your table goes from cell A1 to I20. Okay, that's right. I'll just click OK. And then my table is now a structured table. And I can do things like this. For example, oh, before that, I have to name this table, because when we create a structured table, we can give these tables names, specific names that we can use to retrieve data later. So I will just, before naming this table, I'll just do the same with these other tables too, so we can save time. I will just select a different color for this table, and then different color for this one. And for this table, say I prefer a dark theme. Okay, purple, dark purple. Awesome. Now let's give them names. So I'm going back to my first table, and then in table design, in case you have something else marked, so you just click table design, and in table design, in this little field, you can change the name of the table, and I'm going to call it product one. It's not a creative name, but you could call it whatever you want. Product one, and hit enter. Then I will give names to the other tables. I will call it product two. I don't have to call them in a sequence like product 1, 2, 3, 4. I can call them whatever I want. So let's call this table, let's call it whatever. Okay, and the last one, I'm going to call it last table. Okay, no space between words. That's it. And for example, if I want to retrieve, it's just one of the things that, for example, you can't do with regular tables in Excel. And I can, for example, call any of the columns in this table, just starting with an equal sign. The equal sign is a way to tell Excel you're going to learn a formula, so Excel can understand it and expect that you will provide the formula to be executed. So I'll just start stating the name of the table. This table, I called it product one, and then I can choose one of the, or actually one or more of the columns in this table, and I'm gonna call I just open in a bracket. If I start with an opening bracket, the list of columns of this table will be available to me, and I want the unit price, so I will double click unit price and close the bracket and hit enter to retrieve my data. So look, just working with one cell, I can retrieve the data from an entire column. And if I want to make the same calculation and multiply it by 5, I can just use times 5, and then my calculation will be transferred down to every row in my column. So look, this is a quicker way and a smarter way to work. And this is just one example of how you can do with structured tables more than usually you can do with regular tables. But that is not the point of this class. This lesson is supposed to teach you how to import these structured tables into Power Query in a more sophisticated way than just importing one by one. But before that, I had to show you what a structured table was. And it's very easy. You just import it into Power Query. You just click anywhere in the table, and then you hit data. And again, this little icon here from table range, like we did in the previous class, and I'll just click it. In the previous lesson, we did the very same thing. And there you go. My data, my table has been imported into Power Query. So you could do it over and over again for, if you have, say, many tables, you can do it for every table you want to import, or you can just work smarter and use the names of the tables that you have in Excel to speed up your work. So look, on the right hand side panel, you have 2 steps. These 2 steps are the transformation steps. So every transformation you perform on your data will be recorded here. And if you had to perform many different transformations, we'll have a long list here. In this case, I only have 2 steps. The first step, it's called source. It's not just by chance, it's called source. It has a meaning. So the source of the data, this is where I'm importing my data from. And every step in Power Query will be associated with a little code. And this code is written in M language. When you work with Power BI, you're working with the DAX language. When you're working with Power Query, you're working with the M language. So we're going to learn more about the M language later on. But as of now, you must know that you can change these codes. And in my first step, source, I have an easy formula saying that my data is coming from my Excel current workbook. It means my data comes from the current workbook I'm working on. So it's not coming from the web. It's not coming from a CSV file. It's coming from the very same workbook I've been working on. So what table in my current workbook am I working with? Well, let me try to, okay, make it a little bigger so we can read better. So I'm working with, from my current workbook, I'm importing table product 1. So if I want to change the table I'm importing, I could just change the name. Instead of product 1, I could choose the whatever table. I named one of the table. I called one of the tables whatever. And if I just click the end of the formula and hit enter, so now I changed my table. So I'm importing a different table from the same source, which is my current Excel workbook. But I have an alert sign here, right? It's because my second step was transforming the data imported in my first step. Once I changed the data imported in the first step, so the transformations that happened in the second step don't make sense anymore, because these changes we're expecting to work on the previous table, on the previous data that was important. So since I changed the source table, my second step doesn't make sense anymore, so I can just delete it. And now if I want to import my, there you go. If I want to import my other tables, I don't have to start the process all over again. I can just right click the name of my current query or my current table, and then duplicate it, and then duplicate it, and then duplicate it. So I will click the second one, and I will change the source, product 1, enter. Okay, now I have a different table. Then product 2, enter. And then last, I believe it was last table. I believe that's what I called it. There you go. And in case you run into any problems in step 2, you can just delete step 2, and I could rename my queries. I'm not going to do it, but you can call it whatever you want. And that's the way you can import data into Power Query directly from Excel structured tables without having to repeat the same tedious process again and again. I hope you liked this video. See you in the next lesson.